Hey folks, welcome back to the Akashic Window. My name is Cassie, and today we're going to be continuing with episode 2 of our mini-series on numbers. Last time we started with the number 1. Today we're going to be doing something similar with the number 2. 2 is a lot softer energy than number 1, and so with 2 I'm going to be using pink as the primary color. So with this 2 here and the soft pink background, I thought with the associations with love that a rose would be a really great focal point for the front of this card. So what I've got here is a rose stencil. And there we have it, a nice gold rose on a pink metallic background. Now the next thing I'm going to do is put down a little color. And we're going to do one little butterfly up here. That turned out really nice. Now that we have got our stamps on down, I'm going to start writing in some of the associations with the number 2. So one of the biggest things that the number 2 is known for is this idea of balance. It's also known for being a number of love and relationships, cooperation, really anything that involves more than one person. 2's your number. It's also known for loyalty, empathy. The number 2 in the tarot deck is associated with the High Priestess. So we have High Priestess energy, which is largely intuition. 2 is also the number associated with the moon. So there's moon energy, and that ties in nicely with this High Priestess. 2 is connected to the subconscious, and it's connected to equity or fairness. So there are some of the most common associations for the number 2. You may have people in your life that are life path number 2s, and you might notice that that number 2 in your life is more concerned with peacemaking, with friendship, with relationships. That person may be more intuitive than a lot of other numbers. And number 2s are very much about love. They're very much about relationships and being part of a couple, being half of a whole. Actually, my ex-husband was a 2, and he just loved to lavish attention on me, which would have been great, except I'm a 7, and so we had a lot of push and pull with our energies there. But 2s are generally peaceful, happy-go-lucky, get-along kind of folks. Some of the most common numbers associated with 2 is angel number 222, and a lot of us are going to see these on clocks. I see them on clocks all the time. So traditionally, 222 is often associated with alignment, which is a good association for this number. Because 2 is also associated with self-love, when I see 222, I hear this as embracing yourself or making yourself a priority. Basically, take a moment to lavish some of that love on yourself. And then the number 22 is a master number, and that is the number of the master builder. Those with a life path 22 are going to be the folks who really work on balancing the physical and the spiritual, and balance stability and growth. 2s are also known for creativity, and 2 is often associated with feminine energy. And so now that we've got the front of the card more or less drafted up, I'm actually going to wait to decorate it until I do the back of the card. I'm going to use this for the back of the card. All right, so if you watched our last episode, this should look familiar. I had some left over, and I thought this would be really cool on our 2 spread in the background of a castle. 2s, to me, kind of have a fairy tale feel to them, and I thought a castle would be a really great way to express that. I'm going to write in the number 2 so it can be seen through that window pane. And then I'm going to trim up around those edges. So in looking for a quote that really encompasses the essence of the number 2, I ended up choosing, "Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting 2 bodies." That really speaks to the aspects of this number that talks about love, relationships, harmony, balance, all the good stuff. I'm thinking it'll go right there. In addition, I have this moon and butterflies, and so the moon aspects, number 2 is associated with the moon. I thought that would look really nice here. I'm going to trim that up. So I went ahead and trimmed these off of the other side of the back side here of the moon, and then decided that the butterflies would look pretty cool over here, and so I stuck them there. And this is probably the back, so let's just finish up the front. I've got this light strand here. And there we have it, our card for the representation of 2. We have the various meanings associated with 2. We have the angel number, we have the master number, we have this really pretty pink with some lights coming down. What I did here was the lights didn't line up quite right because I'd done some clipping. So I just stuck a little butterfly right there to cover up the seam, and you can't even tell. So this is the front, and this is the back. We've got the castle, we've got our number, we've got our quote, a little moon. So very pretty card. I'm really pleased with it, and I think it's going to be a great addition to our collection here. So thank you for joining us today on our adventure through the meaning of 2. As always, trust your intuition, embrace your creativity, and keep shining your light. We'll see you next time.